what's going on, y'all? This your boy Lyric, your wild and not creative.
And it's your girl Mariah.
And this is 15 Minutes with Dad, where each week for 15 minutes, you get to join our quirky relationship and hear all the stuff that we love to talk about as father and daughter, as old man and teen. It's a whole lot of conglomerates going on in here, but we love to spend time together, and we hope that you get to spend time with your kids for 15 minutes out of a day, out of a week. Just 15 minutes. That's all you have to pledge.
Just 15, guys.
That's all it is, 15.
Just 15.
But today, we're going to talk about some very hard topics, right? Because as you can see, I'm a dad, and this is Mariah, and she's a girl, and there are things that happens in people's lives, between different perspectives of lives that happen between a guy and a girl. So I'm a dad to a daughter. So you all would know, I'm rambling, but you all would know what some of the hardest topics that we could possibly have to talk about. And what's that topic?
Boys.
Don't say it. Dang it, you said it. All right. Yes. It's boys. But
No,
so we gonna talk about how we talk about boys. And if you want to hear more about what we got to talk about, you want to see our other episodes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification so that you can be updated at any time that we drop a new video and you could be a part of our journey. Check us out. We see you in a second. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to 15 Minutes with Dad. Today, Mariah and I are going to be talking about boys. We're going to talk about, I don't even like saying it.
well, sucks because you're gonna have a boy. So
I am going to have a boy, but I'm going to call him a young man. Come here, young man.
oh my god.
Come here, young man. You come here. Even when he's like a toddler. Come here, young man.
Oh my god.
But no, so we have the hard conversation that people I know people like have watched us in our relationship and, you know, heard us talking to each other and was like, yo, like they have a really good relationship, but I bet you they don't talk about boys.
Nope, we do a lot.
We do talk about boys. We have the same struggles as any family. I am not a licensed therapist. Let me just be 100. I have my flaws and my mental health struggles and things that I go through as well. But we do things to kind of like manage it in this household. But so we're like kind of going through that right now, and probably the strongest version of a situation that I could possibly have to like be a part of when her journey as a father has happened over this past like month or so. You want to talk about it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's dive into it. So we don't have to get all the details and like, you know, put all and make you revisit life. But there was this guy that you really liked. Tell him about the guy you liked.
He was a guy that I liked.
Okay. It's okay. You liked him. Accept it. You don't have to say, I don't know why I liked him. Like, just go ahead and go through the process. It is what it is, you know?
Well, I don't know how to explain him. How do I?
Well, you don't have to explain his flaws, right? Just most of the part is like, it's this guy she liked. And tell him how far involved you got with him. Like, how much you liked him. And like, tell the people.
Okay, well, so I guess like I liked him a lot.
We're not gonna have a good episode, guys. All right, so I'm gonna have to talk through this. I'm trying not to talk for you, but that's
You got it.
No, I don't want to have it. So let me tell you from my perspective. I guess I'll just lead off because
Yeah, you say it and then I'll tell you. I'll like.
no, don't try to be involved on this now. You had a whole moment for yourself. All right, so there's this guy that she likes and liked past tense apparently. And she really liked him so much so that she was like, Dad, like I like this guy and he says he wants to meet you. And I'm like, nobody about to meet me. You know what I'm saying? But But I was like open to the idea. I had to kind of push myself to be open to the idea because I have to understand as a father that my daughter will like someone. Right. And I had like, it was probably really difficult for me to be like, you know, because for me, I'm like, yo, I take care of you. Like, is he going to pay your bills? Only way he could date you is if he going to pay your bills. Right.
Or if he puts food in my mouth.
Yeah, like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna put food in your mouth. You gonna take care of that. That's your business and my business. You know, you gonna do that. Anyway, but it's more about like me feeling like I'm being pushed over and being replaced by this kid that has put no work in, and everything that, you know, Mariah has worked on, that I've worked on with her, I felt like it was going out of the window. Right, because I've seen, from my perspective, I've seen like emotional shifts in Mariah. I've seen her interaction with the family change. I've seen that, like, her defensiveness, and like she's a little more sensitive about when I make jokes about, you know, guys. Like, I couldn't say certain things without you getting all mad and like disappearing and like stumbling up the stairs. She don't stump up the stairs. Let's be clear. Stump up the stairs don't happen. But you get the picture. Like, tell us about that. Like, what was kind of, why do you feel like that was why did you feel like that was a reaction that you should have chosen, or like what was going on in your head, or how you were feeling in total with yourself in that time?
I feel like whenever you would make a joke about it, it kind of like I wasn't mad. It was more I was annoyed. And then you would be like, oh, why are you mad? And stuff like that. Because I'm just playing. And it makes me even more. And then that is what makes me mad, is when you say that I'm mad when I'm actually not mad. And
you have a different micro emotion.
Yeah.
That I don't know. You ain't tell me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. So I'm not a mind reader. Just saying.
You should be. You should
and
be.
My emotional intelligence is very tactical. I have no like innate emotional intelligence. It's very tactical. So I get that. And so what about your mental health? How do you feel like, what did you feel like you experienced throughout? What did you experience in this relationship, and how did it impact you? Like, what are some good experiences, or maybe not so good experiences that you experienced that you've kind of processed through?
I feel like there was a lot more bad experiences more than good. Like, in the beginning, it was good, right? And stuff. But then, like, towards, you know, the end, it got pretty bad.
Touche. That's usually what happens.
Like,
it's usually the trajectory. Sounds good at the beginning, and then it just
right.
crash.
Like, some bad thing. Oh, I don't want to say the bad. Like, trying to make him like not sound like a monster, guys.
No, tell them how he is, and this is something that we talked about, right? So, like, I've talked to you about making excuses to try to sugarcoat someone or deliver them in a nice package, because at the end of the day, they're still going to be who they are. No matter what kind of package you deliver them to me in, they're going to be the exact same way. So, like, something that we kind of went through was when she would like, oh, tell me about how great he is, and like try to package this kid in a very beautiful light. And then there was a moment where I got to have an interaction with him.
Oh God.
And guys, you're gonna get a kick out of this. He might watch this, he might not, who knows.
I knew you were gonna bring this up. Oh my
but it was a situation that was very alarming. So I was like, you know, he was talking, you know, Mariah was like, Dad, when you want to meet him, we're all down here chilling or whatever. And then she was like, hey, Tyler said you want to meet you when you want to meet him. So I was like, okay. What was my statement? I said, I only have one rule for dating my daughter. If you show my daughter respect, or if you at least have me in a format of respect in your mind, then you respect my daughter. And this kid responded. He was his response through Mariah. He tried to get Mariah to say this, but his response was, "You show me respect, then I'll give you respect. You have to earn my respect before I get." Or how do you say it?
If you expect respect, you better give it back.
He said, "If you expect respect, then you should give it first." And he tried to make Mariah say it. And Mariah already knew that it's not the words to respond in that kind of situation. So she was trying to figure out ways to give that message without saying those words.
I was also telling him to like rethink what he just said. I was like,
Right.
tell me something else. Like, give me another response other than that, man. Because
Right,
I'm not
'cause
gonna say that. Like,
yeah, it didn't go well. I was like, I had to call my mama. I called my mama. I called my brothers. I called my sister. I called everybody. I was like, yo, am I tripping? Or did like, you tell me in the comments if as a dad and you tell the guy that is wishing to date your daughter and you tell him, yo, if you have at least a minimum of respect for me and you respect my rules and it shows me that you at least will respect my daughter. And the response is, if you expect respect, you need to give it. Now, granted, that statement, it's not untrue. It's not untrue. I just think there's a time and a place for everything. And I don't think that was the place and time.
right? I'm like, bro, first impression means everything, and
He
he
hasn't
did
even
not.
met me in person yet.
Right? Oh my god,
I've
that's
never talked to him. Never talked to him before that. We've never seen each other before that. That's the only interaction I've had with this kid. So you know me, I'm a teacher, so I'm gonna have to teach him. I got on the phone. I got on the call with him. I was like, hey, like what you say you say I gotta do what? Like that was my first question. I gotta do what? What you mean? Like, so you saying I gotta? I was like, oh, but he was like, yeah. I asked him what did he say, and as soon as he started, I was like, oh, they ain't how it work. They ain't how it work. You missing it, bruh. Like, it's like, what you mean? I gotta expect respect. Like, you trying to date my daughter? You want to like come? You like? I'm the gatekeeper for your relationship right now, and you're coming and telling me you better do. Like, granted, when she's older, I'm not gonna be the gatekeeper, but right now I'm the gatekeeper. Always be the gatekeeper of a heart. But right now, like, I'm a direct gatekeeper,
right? Like,
of your heart. And this dude came. I was like, I didn't even sleep that night, y'all. I didn't sleep. I lost sleep. I stayed up all night trying to figure out, did I respond right or should I just go back and talk to him some more? Like, but anyways,
oh my
let's
god,
move. So that was the first impression of this kid. And it already rubbed me wrong. So I already had a bad impression, but I was like, I'm still willing to meet him. And then things got kind of different, right? There got some other situations where you can tell them like rumors were kind of going around, and then it was like
the rumors about me or the rumors about him?
you.
Me. Oh, so there's rumors,
We're
and
not gonna go that deep into like him. We're just gonna talk.
okay.
Okay.
So basically, there was rumors that I liked somebody else
Yeah.
while I was dating him, and then he would like believe them and stuff like that, and then come to me and was like, "Oh yeah, like people are telling me that you like so and so," and I'm like, "Okay, like I don't though." So like if I liked them, obviously I would have been dating them now. So like I wouldn't be dating you. Makes no sense, but
Yeah, that was but to really dive deeper into it, there were situations where I was alarmed of him and how he is with women, specifically my daughter, just because her mental health was struggling at different times, and it was literally for nothing. It was like triggering things for nothing, and that was kind of like where I kind of like was like giving her advice about this kid and giving her like the really hard advice, and that made a bigger wedge in what kind of like time that we spent together. Because if it came up to him, like it was like I was the bad guy. I was the one doing all the traumatic things when it was your relationship at that.
yeah. Like now that I'm like, whenever like you're like talking about it and everything, I'm like, dang, that was mean. Like, why would I even say that? Or why would I do that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
She used the words, "You don't even know him, Dad."
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my goodness, what is
bro.
this? I'm going to have to fight this all my life. But I had a talk with a, like one of your supporters in your circle, and she was like, I just got through having that conversation. She was like, she's about in her 30s or whatever, near her 30s. She was like, I just had that conversation with my dad last week. He was telling me about some dude being sketchy, and I was like, you don't even know him, Dad. So I was like, all right, so I'm not tripping. It's a normal thing for a girl to be defensive of a choice that they made, and that's what I feel like you were more so doing. Even though you know that he probably wasn't good for you, you were staying with it because you made a choice, and that you were like, I'm gonna try to make this choice work.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What are some mistakes that you feel like, what are some lessons you learned? Not mistakes. What are some lessons that you feel like you learned?
To not like don't believe every word that is said, I would say.
So you got to prove. You got to get evidence. Show me evidence.
No, but like,
See it in the actions
yeah,
rather than believing all their words.
yeah.
Got you.
Actions speak better than words, guys.
Yeah, actions speak louder.
Louder than words.
Yeah, because
I'll get it.
words speak, but they can't speak unless they're being spoken. So they do speak louder. No, I'm just
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, but actions speak better than words.
Yeah, we back at that one. Okay, you said better again. It's fine. Go ahead. Keep going. No, keep going.
Better.
It's louder than words, but it's fine. Actions speak louder than words, but we can keep on going. I'm not good at these things either. You're my child for sure. I'm not good at it either. So I'm not going to judge you. No judgment here. Promise. I'm still trying to get the nail in the coffin thing, or a head on the nail, nail on the head, or a nail in the coffin, or a needle that broke a camel's back, or something broke a camel's back.
Needle that broke the camel's back.
Was it a needle or a string of hay?
It was the needle.
It's like a hay.
Oh, wait.
The straw that broke the straw. It's a straw. Yeah. We're going to figure this out, though. We going to figure it out. That's one thing we going to do. We going to figure it out.
Oh, my God.
So. But, yeah, no, that's... And what other lessons did you learn?
I don't know. I still haven't processed. I feel like I haven't really been thinking about it recently.
What about some learned identity things? Like, what about yourself did you learn in this relationship?
I don't need no man.
Okay, you're right. You don't. Okay, you don't. All right. I wasn't prepared for that, but okay. I don't have a follow up, but okay. I really don't know what to say, but okay. So you learned that. What other lessons did you learn? Let's keep moving.
I feel like I learned that like I shouldn't have like one person like that controls my emotions, you know? Like I feel like I've been like doing a lot better. Like I don't know what it was, but something like this morning I should have woke up good energy and everything. Like took a shower, did my makeup and everything. And then but it doesn't really affect me much. I don't know what it is, but like I realize that like he doesn't really like he doesn't have power over me or whatever. I don't know how to explain it.
He doesn't have power over you. You're correct. You have power. You choose how you feel about certain situations. And if you give somebody a power, that's something called like codependency, when their emotional state impacts your emotional state.
Yeah, I feel like that's how.
Yeah, and I've been there. I've done that too. I went through long relationships being codependent, and I had to learn a lot about myself. And that's because I didn't value myself enough to sit down and think through my choices or think through how I feel about certain things. I just felt them and kept moving and thinking like, oh, I can take that. Oh, I can take that. I know that's bad, but it's fine. We'll get through it. Like, I'm cool. I've been through worse. Like, I'll deal with this too. And so it got to a point where like when I didn't feel valued by that person, I was like, or if they was like mad, I'm like, yo, I just took all that stuff this past couple years. I've taken all this stuff from you and you still don't love me. And so like, but no, I definitely understand. And something that I learned during this time and is from a dad's perspective is to some things teach lessons better than your words. Like, because throughout this whole time, I'm telling her like, yo, this dude has some narcissistic tendencies. I don't think he's good for you, like the whole 9 yards. And it didn't change a thing, but I do know that I do believe that you probably heard those words when things didn't sound the way that you pictured it or look the way that you pictured it. Like those words were things that kind of like, oh damn, my dad said that this was like that thing. Even though you didn't listen at the time and you probably argued with me, but you still had those words to lean on when the time came and you was like, no, I got to make a decision for myself. I got to like, do this thing to kind of like feel better and like whatever that may be. And I implore you guys you fathers to really to still don't give up. Like I swear I wanted to quit so many times. I was like, you know what? I don't even care no more. I don't even be a part of this. You're going to make decisions. You're going to make the bad decisions that you want to make. Go ahead and date the dude. I don't even care no more. Don't come to me crying. But it's not, I didn't tell her that. It's the first time she's hearing that.
I was like, okay.
Dang. But no, it's the first time
Hearing a
she's
lot of
hearing that.
first
But she
things,
never
so.
heard those words from me, even though it gave me anxiety that my daughter is being hurt by someone. Even though I wanted to like strangle this kid, I didn't threaten. Okay. Even though
He
I
wanted to, but he's not
yeah,
going to.
Right. It's
He's
it was
not
in there.
saying, yeah.
It was in there, but it didn't come out. I didn't say it until now. But like, even though I wanted to like remove this child or anything that hurts my daughter's feelings, anything that hurts your feelings, I want to remove it all out. Like whatever it is, whatever. But at the same time, I have to understand that it's life experiences. They're not always going to be good. And the only way that you can really enjoy the good is to even understand what bad could look like. But as your dad, I don't want you to feel that. I don't want you to experience bad. I don't want you to experience heartache. I don't want your heart to be broken. I don't want I don't want you to feel the atrocities that this world is there to give, but at the same time, it takes away from what your life experiences and lessons can possibly be. And so for me, I've learned to be supportive, even though your child, even be supportive, even though Mariah is navigating this space that's probably not good for her, but she's navigating it to learn it because she has to. She won't be able to have you to navigate this thing all the time. I can't go and date him for her and say, hey, all right, he's good and warmed up. You can date him now.
That'd be pretty weird. Like,
all right, girl, I dated him. You want to date him now? You got him. You can have him. You want my leftovers?
Stop. Oh my God.
All right. So, but that's a really profound lesson that I've learned in this situation, even in your, like, cause I was telling her like, no, you can't date. No, you can't do this. And no, you can't do that. And I was like, I told her like, okay, we'll talk about it when you get to high school about dating. But at the same time, like, if somebody wants to do something, they're going to do it.
You're just realizing that now?
No, I've always realized it, but I make it hard for you to do it.
Do you?
Yes.
I feel
make
like
your life difficult.
You just make me break up with them.
That was before, but this time I let you not. I didn't force you to do anything. Before, yeah, I'd be like, nah, what the heck? You better, boyfriend, I don't know nothing about nobody. You ain't come and tell me nothing. I don't know. So you want me to be okay with you saying I got a boyfriend and you ain't say nothing about nothing? Like, you ain't tell me nothing. You ain't bring this person. Like, we ain't have no conversation about this human being, and you saying I'm dating. After I said no dating, that was my biggest issue. Was like, I said no dating, and he was like, I'm gonna date, but you don't tell me that you date until after you're dating.
I feel like you just find out. I don't know how you always be finding out.
Because I'm your dad, and you are not opposite of me. You're not separate from me. You are one of me, right? You are one of me. I know you. I know you. I know your mannerisms. I know your capabilities, that's weird. That's weird to say. I know what your potential is. I know what you're capable of. I know what kind of thought process you have. I know that you've been pushing boundaries since you was a baby. There's never been a time that I've put something in place and you have not tried to like go outside of it. Whether it be while you were playing at the park, I say, don't go over there. And you go over there because you want to see what I'm telling you not to go over there for. And that's just what it is. And I know that's who you are. And I want, my goal is to make sure that it's tailored in a way that, or giving you the bumpers to foster that boundary pushing for when you get older and you change the world. Or you change something in some place where you reside. You make a change in someone's life. Just pushing those boundaries. Like, I'm not settling for this. We're going to see how far we can go. That's what I want to foster because I love that about you. But I also don't like it about you when it comes to me setting rules and you just saying. I was about to curse, but let me see. Where's my little button? No. I forgot. Which button is it?
Bleep one.
Oh.
It's the bleep one.
I just want to do it because I was about to curse, but it just makes me feel like something.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I mean, thank you. So, guys, we talked about boys, and what is the status? What is your
voice?
what is the status of your? What is your relationship status right now?
Single and ready to.
You better
mingle.
shut the. I know you did. I know you did. I just asked when you dating the kid. I ain't even ask all that.
Oh,
We ain't trying to tell her. Why you looking at them for?
I'm not. I mean, I'm not dating the kid, guys.
You supposed to tell me. You telling them,
Oh, I'm not dating the kid,
guys. All right.
guys.
She's not ready to mingle. Anyways,
No, I'm not ready to mingle.
but I tell you what, this was, like I said, this is a full learning lesson for all of us, right? And I think that we can navigate this space differently than we did before. We can be better than we did before. And fathers, talk to your daughters. Don't be scared to talk to them about their relationships. Just listen. Don't talk. Just listen. Don't give your 2 cents. Just listen. I feel like most of our progress, or the progress that you've had lately, has been for the fact of me listening and then asking, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
And then having my opinion, but keeping it to myself until the time is right. Or like when you come to me with the tone of voice that's like, Dad, I think this and this and this. What do you think? And then I give up.
never ask that.
You don't ask, what do I think?
never want to know what you think.
You never asked it, but you do actually when you come in that tone like, Dad, so I was doing this thing and you have this little high pitched little motion and then
Do
you
I?
go, yeah, and then you start telling me blah, 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 and then you're quiet and then you just look at me. Yes, you do ask me without saying, Dad, what do you think? What's your
'Cause I
opinion
did-
on this?
Because I feel like me, I don't want to know what you think, but my subconscious wants to know what you think.
Yeah. But guys, we go get up out of here. If you have not, please subscribe. Check us out on social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, at 15 Minutes with Dad. We post content every day of the week except Friday. But follow us. We love y'all. Love, peace, chicken grease, y'all. Y'all take care.